nestled between Tony Gwynn Drive and Trevor Hoffman Way. This is Petco Park. The show presents the National League Division Series. Ready to go here in Game 1. Here's George Springer to start it off.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
1 up, 1 down. Addison Barger digs in now.
Pretty smart not to serve something up for him right there. He's really good at hitting the first pitch.
Foul ball. Here in San Diego, just getting started. Ball. That one outside. 3-1 now. On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer. And he hit the ball on the screws.
Up the middle, Wilson. On to Cronenworth. Throw to first, but he beat it. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk.
Well, he looks to have some quality stuff on the hill today. Start this outing out. Pepper in the zone. Arm is loose and firing him in there.
Comes up empty. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning. Back here in San Diego. And the starter for Toronto, Eric Lauer. How about a scouting report on him?
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence. And if he is, he should be just fine.
That smash towards center. And there's 1 down. Jackson Merrill now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball 1.
Line drive. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Jose Ramirez.
Nope, that's inside.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. And he'll pull into second safely.
Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if he'll take it.
Fernando Tatis Jr. stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swinging a foul out of play.
The strategy of winning a ball game when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Doesn't stop, heads for home. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres.
That ball went out.
Tatis runs. Ball outside. No throw, safe at second. Fouls away the first offering. 2 on, 2 outs. Ouch, that one drilled him. 1 runs in. Save.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs. That swing. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat No surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a two-out double, second and third now. Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Can't get to it, and this could score both runs. One run across, another comes in to score, and they're up by 4. A two-run double. Freddie Fleming, the next up for the Padres. Well struck left field. A two-run. So two down. Next for the Padres, Miguel Andujar.
Outside, that's the ball.
That one hit to right. And that'll do it. Game 1 of the division series. And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. Fouled off left side. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Ramirez. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep him from getting away. Man at first. So up next for Toronto, Jesus Sanchez. And he'll one.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, dude. Love being a part of these games.
To the right side. Cronenworth to second. Over first, safe.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
And that one is lifted in the air. Touches down. That's a hit. And now two aboard.
Waste no time there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And he grounds one to the right side. Cronenworth. One at second. Roll to first. Safe. Digging in. Ernie Clement. This one in the air, right field. That's a base hit as a run scores. The relay to second, and they almost caught him, but he's back in time. Here's Andres Jimenez. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Petco Park. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Jacob Wilson. Just missed. In the air, right field. Springer moving under this one. And there's one away. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. That one hammered center field. That's back there. He hits the wall and hangs on. Great catch. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
That's the ball.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. New inning getting started. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. Swing and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. The throw in, not in time. And we've got runners at first and third to open the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Check swing, went around. 0-1. got him swinging. 2 on with 1 out. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Merrill under it. And makes the grab. Runner tags for home. He's in to score the sac fly. It's 6-2. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. 1 run across in the frame so far here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Now fly ball to right center. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. Out to short, Jimenez. Whips it across. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Yeah, that's fouled off. That one lifted to left. Barger on the move. Takes it in for the out. Laureano comes up to hit. A double and a run scored his first time up. In the air to left center. And the inning is over. Game 1 of the division series. And now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Out to short. Sends it over to Sheets. And 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Next is the designated hitter, Anthony Santander.
That's a ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. The Padres leading by 4 here in Game 1 of the NLDS. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. Tap foul to plate. 2 down, nobody on. Got him! Back here in San Diego. And here's the first baseman, Gavin Sheets. On the ground right side, Clement. Sends it to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now here is Freddie Fermin. Out towards right center field. Springer gets under it. That's out number 2. Here's Miguel Andujar. Fly to right his first time. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning. Jacob Wilson, the next up for the Padres. Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. Reaching for it and brings it in. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez.
Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Here's George Springer. The Jays down by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. That clips a corner.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
This one in the air, center field. Merrill under it. takes it in for the out. Here's the left fielder, Addison Barger. That's hard hit in the line. And that is that. Back here at Petco Park. Stepping in, Jackson Merrill. And a run for the center field base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it.
Fires over to Guerrero. One pitch and one out. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate in Fernando Tatis Jr. One out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Springer takes it in for the out. 2 down. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. In the air out towards right center. Sanchez on the run. And that's the inning. Top 6. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one fouled off.
Well, the guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Swing and a miss. And that's 4 strikeouts. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And first offering is fouled off.
These fans have to feel good right about now. This series not going to be easy, but they have the lead at home in Game 1. That brings the anxiety down a few notches.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, bases empty. So up next for Toronto, Jesus Sanchez. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Kazuma Okamoto brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here in San Diego. Ready to hit. That one misses. And that's ball 1.
Nope. That's
Hoffman,
inside.
in his 8th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Popped in the air. Left field. 2 away down. Freddie Freeman will hit next. He's already homered here in this one. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope.
And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Back here at Petco Park. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Wandy Peralta. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. Got the bat going too soon, it's strike 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a quick out, number 1. Clement in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. 2 away. And the batter will be the shortstop, Andres Jimenez. Foul ball. 2 down, nobody on.
Ball 1. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Merrill on the move. Snags it on the run. And that'll do it. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now the DH for the Padres, Miguel Andujar.
Hey.
Hit in the air, center field. Sanchez takes it in for the out. 1 away. And now the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Tap foul at the plate. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball. Throw to first in time. And the batter now, Jackson Merrill. 1 for 3.
Oh, that's just out.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A solo shot. And they tag 1 on the board. It's 7-3.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
That's towards center. Sanchez under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Game 1 of the division series. Ready to begin the 8th. George Springer digs in now. On the ground right side. Cronenworth throws on to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Addison Barger now at the plate. Shortened the bunt and missed it. It's 0-1. Out towards right center field. Tatis moving under it. And there's 2 away. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Check swing and he went 0-2 now. Got it. That's the 3rd out. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Fernando Tatis Jr. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. High fly ball, right field. Springer racing after it, and there's 1 away. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one the other way. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his 2nd hit. Here's Ramon Laureano. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags at second. So digging in. Gavin Sheets. Right side, Guerrero. He takes it on his own. And the lefty reliever does his job. Just 1 pitch to get the inning ending. Back here in San Diego, we go. Fly ball down the line. Tatis really on his horse for it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. And the 0-1. Ground ball
that's
left
foul.
side. And that's just foul. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the kill. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Lifted in the air, right center field. Merrill on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One out left for the Blue Jays. Kazuma Okamoto will hit next. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. They're down to their final strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
Now at the plate, Anthony Santander. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter.
That's ball game.
It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game 1 to set the tone.
As the trains in New York City roll thunder down the line, the teachers rise in Richmond as they sleep in San Antonio, while the harbor lights on Baltimore got nurses headed home. Say a man is but is wrong. It's morning in America, but I can't see the dawn. Congressmen in Washington receive their briefing proof while Letty fills the pipelines in a Detroit County school. And I think of my grandmother, how she told me to be strong. It's morning in America, but I can't see the dawn. Waits in Jacksonville for the pain. That's what the doctor ordered. Come screaming through.
Just about ready for baseball. Jacob Wilson getting ready to hit. And here we go with game 2. Right through there for a strike. That one way inside. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Barger takes it in for the out. 1 away. Next for the Padres, Jackson Merrill. Ripped to first, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Ramirez forced to get out of the way of the first pitch. Two down, nobody on. And that one hammered. Way back there.
No, that's foul.
That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Next offering is in the dirt. Upstairs outside, that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
There goes the runner. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-2. Runner on the go again. And Tatis able to stay alive. The 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Runner goes again. This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone. A massive home run. And the Padres take the lead. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab, Walker Buehler. What should we keep an eye on here? Here's George Springer to start it off. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away. Here's the left fielder, Addison Barger. Out towards right center field. Merrill on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. There's a swing and a drive. And that gets down into the gap. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Alejandro Kirk, the next to hit, takes outside.
Well, there's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
And that is that. We're in the second game of this division series. All set for the start of the inning. Ramon Laureano now at the plate, and that misses. Ball one. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. And a 2-1 on the way. That one fouled off.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shine in the toughest moments.
In the air out towards right center. Sanchez on the run. And there's one away. Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. And he can't come up with it. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. On the ground, Clement. Slings to first, and it's a 1-2-3. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. Right side. Sheets takes it himself. One pitch and one out. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Swing and a ground. Here's the 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Anthony Santander at the plate. And that one hammered. And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Got him swinging. We're in the second game of this division series. So here's the Padres DH, Miguel Andujar. This one in the air, right field. Springer takes it in for the out. And there's one down. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jacob Wilson. Swung on, looped into center. And it falls. So a man aboard now with one away.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Just a simple soft liner in the center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pick, but he did a good job of staying through it.
The throw to second is offline. Here's Jose Ramirez. He walked and came around to score his first time up.
Ball, that's inside.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in game 2 of the NLDS. That one is absolutely belted, and that gets down in the corner. Runner from second scores as they add on. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Hard hit, base hit. In to score from third, and it's 4-0. Now the throw comes in. The runner holds it third.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
This one in the air center field. Sanchez under this one. He makes the grab. Both runners tagging. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and the lead is up to 5. Laureano in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And it's second. On the ground to short. Tosses to first. That's the inning. Back now in Toronto. And now for the Jays, Kazuma Okamoto. Late with the swing there.
Well, these Jays, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Clement in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Late on that fastball. Buehler, 31 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Stays alive. High fly ball out to center field. Takes it in for the out. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. And the batter is George Springer. That's towards center. Merrill on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here at Rogers Center as we go to the top of the fourth. Gavin Sheets digs in now. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. One up, one down. Freddie Fermin will hit next. Grounded out his first time up. In the air out to center. Sanchez on the run. Takes it in for the out. Here's Miguel Andujar. He's 0 for 1. This to center field. It falls in, and that's a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Back to the top of the order now. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Base knock center field. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride low, out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Merrill in the box now. Takes strike one. Line drive. And that is that. Ready to go, bottom 4. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. Swings through that one for strike one.
These hitters have come out ready to swing the bats early in the count and swing it often. If you want to score some runs, have an offensive explosion, that can be a route to doing it.
Sheets takes it to the bag. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now doubled in his first debut. That one ripped right center field, and it's into the gap, and that's going to roll to the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Ramirez sends it to first, and that is out number 2. Jesus in the dirt. That one in the dirt and gets away. Now they get the runner and a rundown. And they put the tag on him. That's the third. We go to the top of the 5th. Digging in, Jose Ramirez.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
And aboard on the leadoff single.
We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Sanchez takes it in for the out. 1 down. Now here's Jay Cronenworth. Runner on the go. And first offering is fouled off. Ramirez at first, 1 gone. Barger takes it in for the out. 2 away. Laureano comes up to hit.
Ball in.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Oh, that hit it. Still able to get it there in time. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. Into center. Merrill coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. So digging in, Andres Jimenez. Fly ball to right. Tatis in position. And there are 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. His first at bat was a strikeout. Tied him up inside with that one.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Inside ball. Ball 2.
And it remains 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the NLDS. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. There comes the throw. Not gonna get him, he's in there.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Now here is Kazuma Okamoto. Laureano settles underneath it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back now in Toronto. All set for the top of the 6th. Gavin Sheets getting ready to hit. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He'll circle the bases, and they add on. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Blue. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Freddie Fermin, the next up for the Padres. This one in the air, center field. And there's 1 down. Now, Miguel Andujar, 1 for 2. In the air, right field. And there's 2 down. So the batting order turns over. Jacob Wilson, the next up for the Padres. Sends it to first. Out number 3. Bottom of the the 6th inning. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Slides for the stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. Here's George Springer. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
Ball.
Springer on the run. On the ground to the left. That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. The throw to third. In there safely.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
2 on, 1 out. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play, get 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
On the ground to third. And the inning is over. We're in the second game of this division series. We go to the top of the 7th. Jackson Merrill now at the plate. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much.
Runner on the move. Ripped to right. And there's 1 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Tatis now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Rudder takes off in the air, right field. And there are 2 outs. So up next, Jake Cronenworth. Up the middle, Jimenez. The flip, it's there, and that's a great play. Set for the last half of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. On the ground, right side, Cronenworth. Tosses to first, 1 pitch and 1 out. Andres Jimenez digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. Out towards right center field. Merrill on the move to the gap. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And a couple of quick outs. Now at the plate, Anthony Santander. No question about this one. It's out of here. He'll take a trot around the bases. Next to hit, Kazuma Okamoto. To third, Ramirez. The throw to first, and that is the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to begin the 8th. Ramon Laureano getting ready to hit. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. A solo shot. Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres. And there's a ball. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 2nd home run of the game. Fermin stands in here. Takes ball 1 low. That's a hit.
trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Ball.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the late stages of game 2. Can't glove it cleanly. Okamoto to second. A sensational double play. So back to the top of the order. Now it's going to be Jacob Wilson. Out to short, Jimenez. Third out, and that ends the frame. Back now in Toronto. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Blue Jays definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. And another thing that stands out specifically is that they haven't been able to lay off the first pitch. 9 first pitch outs in this game, so it's been costly for them. You know, being aggressive can be a little tricky. You want to have confidence up there, but sometimes hitters fall into the trap of being overconfident, thinking they can hit anything, and that can lead to a lot of mistakes.
Now a fly ball to right center. Merrill on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. That one found hard the other way.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
0-1 down. Late on that fastball. The Blue Jays with a lot of ground to make up here in game 2 of the NLDS.
There you go.
No swing. Up the middle, Wilson. Throw to first in time. So digging in, Addison Barger. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Merrill gets under it. And that will end the inning. Back here at Rogers Center, all set to start the 9th in this one. Jackson Merrill digs in now. There's a swing and a drive. That gets by him. Now around second, going for third. And his third hit of the game is a triple.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Nope.
Started after it, appeal to third, and he held up. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The 2-1. That's ripped into the outfield. And he makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Up the middle, a dive, nice stop to first. And that's a great play for the Yankees. 2 down, bases empty. Jake Cronenworth will hit next. And there's a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Here's Ramon Laureano. He's already homered in this game. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score.
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Corbin where it comes around and scores. Relay throw to third.
Well done. Drives in the run. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
0-1 now. Laser to the gap. Should score the run. That's back. Runner in from third to extend their lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bomb. So many positives that led to that knock.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. And that's the third out. Now in Toronto, bottom of the ninth. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1. Guerrero tries to hold up, appeal to first. He did not go around. The 1-1. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day. So, man aboard. So, up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk.
0-1.
Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. He's got it. 1 away. Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. Vladdy comes in to score, and it's 11-2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Just missed. 1 out and a runner at second here in the late stages of Game 2. Swing and a miss. Blue Jays have just 1 out left here. Santander stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. They're down to their final strike.
Sold it really well with the arm speed.
Runner takes off. This one in the air center field. Merrill has a beat on it. And the San Diego Padres are moving on. They've got a date in the National League Championship Series.